In a motionless housing market, the standard professional response is to rent attention. Brokerages pay for temporary placement on third-party listing portals, hoping a cold lead might eventually discover a property on a quiet street. This linear funnel is a capital drain. Every month, a portion of the commission splits must be diverted to maintain external subscriptions, just to keep the inbound lead flow from stopping entirely. The alternative is a closed-loop engagement engine. Instead of paying for a one-time look at a listing, a brokerage uses a multi-channel flywheel to own its data and continuously re-engage every contact it has ever generated. At enterprise scale, the goal is to stop paying for visibility and start building a proprietary system that generates its own momentum. This architecture begins by integrating a CRM directly into an augmented fractional call center, allowing a small team to activate large volumes of old data. We can see the impact by applying this model to a mid-sized brokerage with 50 agents managing 125 active listings. The system orchestrates outreach across two specific channels, SMS and email. These channels fulfill different tactical roles. SMS is used as a precise, high-intent weapon for immediate response, while email provides the volume necessary to touch the entire market at a minimal cost. When these channels are deployed simultaneously, they trigger a mathematical multiplier that reaches deeper into the local database than any single channel campaign. The result is a system that not only closes existing listings, but converts the resulting market interest into secondary digital assets. To understand the scale, we have to look at the individual mathematics of the outreach deployment. This schematic tracks the input. For the SMS channel, the brokerage sends 1,000 texts per listing. Across 125 listings, that is a total of 125,000 outbound messages. With an average 90% open rate, that initial effort produces 112,500 active opens. Parallel to this, the engine activates the email channel to capture the remaining market attention. Because email delivery costs are negligible, the system doubles the volume, sending 2,000 touches for every listing. This adds an additional 250,000 unactivated touches to the enterprise-wide campaign. Even at a lower 40% open rate, the email channel contributes 100,000 active opens to the total reach. Combining these two streams results in 375,000 automated touches deployed into the market. The final output is 212,500 active digital opens, creating massive visibility for the brokerage's entire inventory. If a brokerage relies on only one of these channels, they effectively ignore half of their potential market engagement. The real power of this digital volume is how it translates into physical crowds. These 212,000 digital opens drive 4,000 families through the doors of the 125 listings. Packing dozens of families into a single property creates an environment of intense competition, even in a market that otherwise feels slow. When prospective buyers see that level of activity firsthand, it triggers an immediate fear of losing the property. This pressure results in aggressive offers that close the original 125 listings and generate 75 additional spin-off transactions from the unrepresented buyers in the crowd. By saturating the digital space, the brokerage forces a physical reaction that allows them to dictate the terms of the local market. The flywheel continues to spin even after the initial 200 homes are sold. The campaign produces a significant byproduct, 2,000 fresh, compliant digital profiles from the families who attended the open houses but didn't buy. This data is then used to fuel a secondary B2B pipeline with elite mortgage brokers. The brokerage routes these 2,000 profiles into digital home ownership seminars, where the data is converted into a new pool of buyers. The mortgage partner funds the operational cost of the seminars, while the brokerage provides the expertise and the audience. This process effortlessly turns digital profile captures into pre-approved buyers who are ready to view the brokerage's next set of listings. Monetizing this data bycatch creates a secondary revenue stream that helps offset the overhead of the original marketing deployment. The final layer of the flywheel utilizes the behavioral data hidden within those 200,000 digital opens. The engine tracks exactly which properties and neighborhoods are receiving the most real-time interaction. This data is visualized through geographic heat maps, showing exactly where buyer interest is clustering. These red zones represent verified, hyper-local demand for specific streets and property types. The brokerage takes this visual proof directly to elite real estate investor groups. Instead of pitching a theoretical investment, the brokerage presents concrete evidence of where the market is most active, securing capital for new development. At this level, the brokerage isn't just selling houses. They are using aggregated behavior to influence where local development happens next. This diagram shows the macro architecture of the engine. Every communication input feeds a physical sale, which in turn feeds a secondary B2B pipeline. The flow of data is constant. The information gathered during the first stage provides fuel for the next. This transition requires moving away from fragmented third-party software that silos your data and drains your capital. By centralizing outreach through a CRM and an augmented call center, the brokerage retains total control over its engagement and its data. The result is a system that uses the mathematics of tactical engagement to secure a dominant position in the local market. When an enterprise controls both the scale of its outreach and the depth of its behavioral data, it operates with a structural efficiency that traditional models cannot match.
Welcome to the future of asset building. This is a strategy that you can trust. Just scan the QR code. Let's build a long-term partnership.